Hello and welcome. My name is Greg Potapenko and I'm doing this presentation for GritCon 2021. And today we're going to be talking about digital marketing post-pandemic, how to survive and thrive in 2021 by taking your business digital. We're going to cover how to safely keep your business open even if it's forced to stay closed. We're going to touch on the easy step-by-step framework for taking your brick-and-mortar business online, even if you're just an army of one. And to wrap it all up, I'm going to be sharing lessons from scaling a business to 7 figures and beyond. So pay attention until the end. A little bit about me. I was born in the Soviet Union, and in '97, my family left for Canada. First, I didn't have a lot of friends, but my dad bought me a computer, thankfully, and I taught myself how to code web pages and built a couple of websites. One of them went viral before we knew what that was. I actually made my first dollar online in 1998 by placing some banner ads on those websites that I was building. So fast forward, actually that dried up pretty quickly and I took a break from online marketing, went to university, joined the military, worked some corporate jobs. I actually worked on Bay Street in Toronto in a pretty big prestigious company. But in about 2007, when we were ready to have our first child, I started looking for a side hustle because my salary, even though it was good salary, and I had some decent bonuses, so it wasn't enough for life in Toronto, Canada. And I discovered affiliate marketing. Using some of the coding skills from the 90s that I developed, I actually built my first lead generation funnel. And I started learning Google AdWords to send visitors to that funnel and convert them into leads. And long story short, that developed into a full-time career in digital marketing. And now, 13 years later, I've been fortunate enough to visit Google's offices, Facebook offices, and receive some awards, as well as having managed 8 figures of spend on Google and Facebook. So I'm here to share a lot of many hard-earned lessons with the audience. And we're going to start with how to safely keep your business open, even if it is forced to stay closed. So the topic of this convention is grit. That's why it's called GritCon. And grit is being able to bounce back, being able to endure, and being able to withstand anything that is thrown your way. So many people were wondering, is small business dead as a result of the pandemic closures? And in fact, yes, consumers were afraid, governments were afraid, and a lot of things were closed down. And like you see in this article from a year ago, any sale was truly a gift for a small business. But new trends emerged very quickly, and one of the most notable one was that everyone went online. Everyone started using the internet even more so than before, and that resulted in a hockey stick growth for certain industries, including e-commerce. For example, I was talking to someone, and they said that they went from being closed to completely online, and it saved their business and it changed their life. I heard Nike CEO just the other day share a statistic how Nike in 2019 had a 5-year plan to be 30% e-commerce based. And guess what? In less than 1 year, they became 30% e-commerce based, just based on the dynamics of last year. There's many different things that spiked as a result. The usage spiked because people were changing their behaviors, and you can see some examples here. The bottom line is, based on these trends, if you want to save a growing business, you must adapt and go all in on digital. And a lot of people are still skeptical about it, but here's an example from my business. So when we started e-commerce in around 2017, we launched a few Shopify stores, and we hit 7 figures in sales on this one brand in under 2 years. So even, pre-pandemic, it was very lucrative and still very possible to get a lot of sales from online presence. Specifically in 2020, May was a record month, and we saw our revenues double on one of our e-commerce brands, just based on the fact that a lot of people were using the internet a lot more than before. Here's a friend of mine. He's a Canadian military veteran, and also knows a thing or two about grit by being a special operator. But he retired, and he opened a olive oil business, a gourmet Italian olive oils store in Ottawa, Canada, and it was doing fairly well. And then, of course, they were forced to close. And he says that before that, it was 99% walk-in traffic. But surprisingly, it flipped 180 degrees, and most of the business transitioned to online almost seamlessly. They just had to be prepared. So his business almost didn't suffer from a dip because everybody started buying his stuff online. And he was quick enough to reorient their business, build out a quick online storefront, and starts sending those orders out. There's a statistic collected by Google that about half of the offline businesses embrace digital already. So somebody who has no experience online whatsoever was forced to go online last year, and already half of them have embraced it. And truly, like, once you get the taste, it's hard to let go. There's certain benefits that come with it. The ability, like the infrastructure required opening online presence is a lot less than opening a new location, for instance. And it's also about what is convenient for the customer. Like, a lot of customers also, once they got the taste of how easy it is to make an order, pull up, and it gets delivered like to the door of your car or put in your trunk, that's very convenient. Or maybe they are accustomed to ordering stuff to their home, and that behavior is going to stay because now a lot of people have tried it. They're not afraid of it anymore, and it's convenient. And as a result, 48% of small businesses polled by Google will continue with e-commerce even after this pandemic ends. But of course, not everyone is on board yet. So here's another statistic from Square, a payment processing company, where they said that, yep, there's been a 50% growth in Canada for online sales, from 41 to 61%. However, notice how United States is behind Canada and the UK in the adoption. So there's still a lot of people who are skeptical about digital, or maybe they're afraid, and that's normal. Like, that's okay to be unsure. Why? Because I've been through the same thing before, and I know people who have been through the same concerns before. What's holding them back from embracing digital? It kind of boils down to a few things. Top three, in my opinion, are not knowing where to start, or maybe they tried it once and it doesn't work, or maybe they hired someone who charged them a bunch of money and didn't achieve the results that they want, so they got burnt, and they don't want to try it again. So we are going to clear all of these concerns. And the first step of clearing those concerns is explaining how easy it is with the step-by-step framework for taking any brick and mortar business online, even if you're just an army of one, a very small owner operator. And again, Google says that for 40% of small businesses planning to sell online, attracting customers is the greatest challenge. And I tend to agree with it, because really, you only need two things to be successful online. You need traffic, which is visitors, customers, and conversions, converting them into a sale, converting them into a paying customer. So you got to find those customers and get them to become clients, pay you money. So when you break it down into those two parts, the first part is figuring out how to get the traffic. A lot of people do it kind of backwards. They first try to build the product and then hoping that people will come. And digital usually works the way around. You got to find your customers where they are. Fortunately, if you come from the offline world, you already have some customers. You just need to remind them that you are still in business and you are online. So it's really simple. You find where your customers are, figure out what they're doing, and get in front of them. And you do it all online. So first, again, if you're a business that has an offline presence, you already have customers. Let your existing users know that you're open online. You know, post a sign, call them, send them a postcard, an email, anything. Get your existing users to sell for you. Like you can implement a formal referral program and reward your customers who refer more business. You can identify the influencers in your community who can promote you. So it could be a blogger, or maybe it's a philanthropist or somebody who's active in the community. And we're going to get into this later, but if you are selling online using the Shopify platform, there are special apps that can actually identify influencers among your customer base. Like if they have a large Instagram account or a big Twitter account or a lot of Facebook followers, you will know that. And it's very important, in my opinion, to invest in advertising, which means actually pay for ads. Like it's the real force multiplier. Typically, if you have a business that is already attracting some customers organically for free, adding ads is like pouring gasoline on the fire. So there's some results. Like last year, we spent almost $4 million on ads, different ad accounts. We had $500,000 in sales on one of the brands, just one, and that was all through paid ads. So next, you need to identify where your customers are online. And the good news is that pretty much almost every person on the planet is online now. Most likely they're on one of these two big properties, either Facebook and all their associated brands like Instagram and WhatsApp, or they're on Google and one of their own brands like Gmail and YouTube. And YouTube is actually second biggest trafficked site in the world right now after google.com. So if they're not searching on Google, they're watching a video. If they're not watching a video, they're looking on their Facebook feed or on their Instagram feed. And there's pretty much every single one of your customers is going to be found at one of those properties at any given point in time. It's guaranteed. But then a lot of people start wondering, well, do online ads work for my business? What if I'm a real estate or an insurance or a doctor, or if I have a gym, a salon? What if? The good news is, more and more people will be spending time online, searching on Google, watching YouTube, visiting websites, and they are there, and you can get in front of them. Isn't organic traffic, which is free traffic, enough? Yes, it's great. It's free. However, the competitors can buy ads to beat your organic marketing and get on top of you. And also, it takes time to go organic, but success loves speed, as a lot of people say. And definitely paid ads are a lot faster to get you the results that you want. And here are some examples of paid ads that were used to generate results for the campaigns that we have ran. So here's a life and health insurance business that we were getting leads for, $20. And who wouldn't want leads for life insurance or health insurance as low as $20? Because each customer is worth usually hundreds of dollars to the insurer. Here's a home services, appliance repair campaign that we ran, and there's leads as cheap as $7. That's not bad for a appliance repair job that can cost into hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars, getting leads for $7 online on Google. Retail e-commerce example, another example here, generated 1,600 orders in 5 months from paid traffic for one of the brands. This was from Facebook ads, so you can definitely get a lot of sales and leads online. Here's the proof. Online ads work for any business, they will work for yours too, guaranteed. So now we know where to get traffic. The next step is getting it to convert into sales, getting the people to bring you money. First thing is, again, because you do have a business already and you're moving it online, is trying to get repeat business. So think about some sort of a continuity subscription, because that's the easiest way to get more from your existing customers by providing them more value on a recurring basis. So there's some examples of Dollar Shave Club, Bark Box, so anything that's a consumable usually is perfect for reordering. Or it could be informational, it could be an association or membership that gets them exclusive discounts and deals, kind of like Costco. Also, make sure you keep track of your customers by collecting their contact information, email list, Facebook Messenger, and that is a great source of repeat business. You just send them a message on your Facebook page, send out an email that get essentially traffic for free without advertising. Here's an example of email marketing. It's an app called Klaviyo that integrates with Shopify e-commerce stores. So like, for instance, for this particular brand, we generated 24% additionally from just emailing the previous customers with some deals. It's very powerful. Now, your conversion funnel, again, should not reinvent the wheel. There's many solutions on the market, but there's two that I recommend. They're pretty well known, and Shopify is great for e-commerce stores specifically, and ClickFunnels, it's another excellent platform. I personally think it's a little bit more geared towards service-based businesses, but both of them are great for selling anything online. So simply, you sign up for one of them, you use one of the free themes that are available to improve the look, something that kind of fits your brand message, your overall personality. Make great photos and videos of your products or services, and come up with irresistible offers. So the truth is, an irresistible offer that is great with great creatives, good looking photos and videos will always outsell a great marketer with a poor offer and average looking creatives. That's just the truth. You cannot outmarket a bad offer, a bad product, or bad looking visuals online. So that is very important, to invest into quality photos and videos of your products and services. And another element of conversions online is getting the customers to buy more. And that really should be like Amazon and be like your best salesperson, but online. What I mean by that is, if you notice on Amazon, when you buy something, they always show you other products to go with it. And it's kind of like when they ask you at McDonald's, would you like fries with that? McDonald's makes more money on those upsells, additional offers, than on the original item that you came there for. There's this concept called the value ladder, and you need to figure out what that version of value ladder is right for your business, but essentially it's an ascension mechanism for getting people from either a free or entry-level offer all the way to your highest and best service or product. And here's an example for a dentist. They start off with a teeth cleaning that is usually free or very, very cheap, but then they find some cavities, they tell you that you need some crowns, and all of a sudden you're in for braces and you're out $5,000. So that is an example of a value ladder that you can then apply the same concept for your business and figure out what else you can offer to your existing customers that is more premium and higher priced. Or vice versa, if you have a premium product, what are the entry-level products or services that you can offer them to get more people into your world for free or for low cost? A good sales funnel is like a good salesperson. So it's taking them by the hand and guiding them through what they need exactly. And here's an example of a very successful campaign from a couple of years ago, where on the front end they were just selling a flashlight, but they were giving out discounts for buying more than one, and then after you buy the flashlight, they would offer you rechargeable batteries, and then they would offer some mini versions for emergency, and they would offer a home security system, and then even a knife and a warranty. So there's a lot of things that were offered to this one person who was originally just buying a flashlight, and all of a sudden they leave with all of that stuff because it goes well with the original purchase. It's like when you see "as seen on TV" commercial and the salesperson says, "But wait, there's more." It's exactly the same concept applied online. So all of that is absolutely possible to do yourself with an army of one. And if you want to go fast, you got to think who and not how, which means getting help, hiring someone who's done this before and can do it much faster and better than you. Doesn't mean that you cannot do a good job, but sometimes if you have the resources, you should invest into outside help of professionals. And remember how we said there was this whole stigma of being burned by other agencies and digital marketers, giving everybody like a bad name. It's definitely out there. There are marketers who will over promise and under deliver, and that's understandable like any other business. But in general, remember what I said earlier: an irresistible offer with great creatives will always outsell a great marketer with a poor offer and average creative. So it's a fine balance. Like I've been on both sides of the equation as an agency coming in to help someone, and also as someone hiring an agency to help me. And this whole relationship doesn't mean that you can just expect somebody to show up and parachute in and solve all your problems magically if you don't have your fundamentals dialed in. If you have a poorly performing website, a bad offer, agency is not going to really be able to do much with that. If you kind of give them garbage in, you get garbage out. The big thing is making sure you've got your brand, your story, and your offer right, and it should be obvious why people should buy from you and not your competitors. And the thing with hiring agency, like you got to avoid trying to put lipstick on a pig or put a band-aid on a big leak. Instead, it should work like pouring gasoline on a fire. So you should have already a fire burning, doing decently, and then the agency that you hire, the outsiders, just come in and take it to the next level. So if you got to get your house in order first, that's the bottom line. Then you can carefully vet your marketing partner by asking for references, examples of prior work, and once you realize that they're the right fit for you, then they should really, really scale your campaigns. So that's it for GritCon 2021, digital marketing in the post-pandemic environment. My name is Greg Podopenko. You can find me at LinkedIn. You can email me at greg.p@h-hour.biz. It's my agency website. Find me on Instagram, as well as there's a couple of Facebook groups that I run for e-commerce and Google Ads. And if you're in Clubhouse, I pop in once in a while. It's H-Hour as well. Thank you, and stay gritty.